All right, here we go again. So I went to what they call a conference. I guess, like, in Baptist world, it'd been like a tent meeting or revival. So there's this guy, Brother Gregory. He's the earliest guy to hate because he's the guy that had that good, great life. His mother essentially got saved, as you would say in Baptist terms. She found that church, or the church found her. And then, of course, she had him. I don't think she had him at that point, or he was very young, or he was just a baby. I can't remember that exactly. But, his whole life he's been in the church. So he's an elder, and part of the 70, I think. So he's one of those LDS lives to hate. But he was saying some things, and I had a couple woo moments off of it. Because he says, because I have actually a message. Again, I am an angel. It's kind of weird life, but wish it would have been better. It would have been more suitable. Right. Well, I'm saying you weren't an angel, so don't say I'm not. So essentially, I didn't know in their stuff, because it's funny, because when they speak and I learn more of their stuff, I'm like, okay, that wasn't new information. Oh, but the other part's new information. So essentially, have family on earth, if they have a good family, because again, people are asking questions and I don't think they're getting answers. So again, they put those messages through me sometimes. Who's they? Us. We'll make them in our image. We'll just say that. And if you have a bad family, if you, again, things come up where children are hurt, and that child can be hurt when she's 30, 40, 50, 60. It doesn't matter. Right? The Lord said, the Almighty God said, your heavenly family exists and you will meet them. Now, you may meet some of those people in your life. I can't tell you whether they are or aren't. But there is a heavenly family for you. As far as I know, my heavenly family is Father God, Jesus, and myself. I don't know if anybody else is there. I'll think about it. Maybe I'll see it. There's a lot of fixes, and also the angel school came up. What happens when a child passes young? And of course, they believe that the child is automatically redeemed. The LDS believe, right? Almighty said, we have work for the children. And one of the things that they related was that children that are harmed by their parents and pass on from that harming routinely ask, when they're asked what do they want to do as an angel, and they say, I want to protect my father, my mother, even after they were harmed. And I had that information even before baby Grace. And I think one of the last things baby Grace said to her mother while they were killing her, and I hate to bring up such negativity, but was, I love you, Mommy. And the Lord said that that's where baby Grace went. She's ministering to the people in that prison as an angel, including her mother. So again, it's a marvelous world. We just don't see as much as we should. If we could, we'd know a lot more, and we'd see a lot more. We know that that these things are going on, and some people are just afraid to speak about it because, they put you away for speaking about it at times. Right? So it was. He brought up the heavenly family, and then just a short piece, because it's pretty funny because a lot of it's just a short blip. But like, why did they put it in there again? What they call a prompting, right? There's some other information, and I'm just so proud of the missionaries. They're just the people to hate. Because he says, because this Gregoria guy says, yeah, I still want to go back and be a missionary. And, I'm just thinking, and this is the weird, I was just thinking the other day, I just missed that soul winning. I wish I could be a missionary. Years ago I do soul winning, but I was moved on to healing the world and feeding the world and clothing the world because Jesus just touched him. Because I said, well, at least during those years I healed the world. Because I tried to tell Gregorio and the other, because again, they're so focused on the church. They have to understand that God does other things before the person gets to the church sometimes, and I don't know if they accept that or not. But from what I understand, my family is a royal priesthood, just lineage. Because I think it's Ben, it is Baruch, and Baruch is royalty, right? And they changed the name to Moore, but our name I think is actually Mer in Hebrew. So we may have probably Cohen. I'm not 100% sure, but the Lord, tells me it doesn't matter. You and I have covenants. Those kids dressed like that on those scooters at this time of the evening. I'd flip around and say something, but be careful. But again, they accuse me of trying to stalk them. Right. They're wearing I don't know, what are they? I don't even know. They're not even, can't be more than 14. Wearing short shorts and all done up. Maybe they went to something, but I mean, it's right. Well, abductions. That's how abductions happen. I mean, the stupid parent that doesn't realize that, right? If they're on the scooter, they wear full clothes, right? Even if they were some place where they want to wear that with their friends, and then they get dressed when they're out on the public, right? If that's how you let them dress, right? They could have been at a dance or something, but I mean, they're on scooters and she's on her phone. She's in an intersection. I'm looking at her like, you're just ready for an abduction there, right? Mm. Well, Jesus started bringing up, I didn't even think of it. And Jesus started bringing, well, you give people clothes, that's clothing them. You give poor people clothes, that means you're clothing them. When you fed the people, you fed the people, right? Because all I said, that's how I know it's not me, because all I said was, I was thinking about all them years that I healed all those people. I still do. I heal people in there. I healed and the missionary may not understand. The missionary standing next to me, and I did my hand thing because I'll move my hand when I do do a hand gesture when I'm healing. But I kind of did it on the down low, and I saw she looked over at me and was wondering. Right, so I just I put in a notepad and I showed her. I said I was healing something, and I moved my hand. Right, they're kind of closed-minded at times, so that's okay. Right. I'm still going to heal the choir when Satan jumps out from it at me. Right. See, I draw them to attack me because I'm a big target. That's why I see a lot of them. So the demons will come out of others and attack me, and then I heal it, and then they're going wherever God puts them. Oh my God. No, we're actually from what it just took a strange course. I forget where I saw it all, but God just kind of reveals it piece by piece. And Baruch is Jewish royalty, and then our name isn't actually Moore, believe it or not, but it's Moore. More. Right. And my mother's name isn't really Bennett, it's Baruch. Well, it's a tough assignment. I don't know. I mean, people have it worse than me. I understand that, but boy. Where's that, Larry? So it's funny how like I'm on the inside, and these people don't know it, because somebody will call and start like, "Oh, there's that lady," right? And like they started speaking about uh, Missouri, like the I knew Missouri was a tough missionary assignment. There's no way for me to know that, right? Well, they have the other LDS church there, but they also when you look at how long it takes somebody, you know, like I'm easy. Yeah, let's go. I can be baptized. But I can't be like 3 sheets to the wind. The Lord let me feel, like I couldn't make it that day because He wanted me to wear a suit. Actually, no, it's not my baptism. It was the other thing, right? No, actually, it was the baptism. No, it wasn't that. Which one was it? Can't remember. Oh, when I went up on the stage, and right, it was that one. I think I did wear something to the baptism. My blue blazer, my Marshal Service blue blazer, got one more day of use. I was in pain. I sat there for 2 hours. Jesus, revoke my disability on that one. Right. Uh, there was a bunch of other stuff that was coming up, but I just tried to explain it to them that all the information that they're telling me, I already knew because I received it from the Lord. Or not all of it, but a lot of it. They'll bring it up. I'm like, there's more information they told me. Yeah, us, make a marriage. And when I said like the farewell to Gregoria, I don't know, some spirit had me touch my eye. It could have been God. Like, I usually don't do that. Just can freak people out. I mean, these people had great lives. I knew the LDS was a great life, but I couldn't get to it. And we know why, right? See, that's the problem. I don't know if God can forgive you for doing that, all of you, blocking me and the others from these churches. I mean, it's up to God. I don't want to be saying that. But it's pretty much dirty pool, Right. Let me grab this. I got my eye rig. All right, I gotta find my key so I can get my apartment. It's kind of bittersweet because it would have been nice to have been in the church like 10 years ago. I mean, I tried 15 years ago and they about killed me. Right. I mean, they just keep spelling everything. It's not going to work, and of course, they're also talking to people, telling me to watch this guy. He's dangerous to the community. Oh, keys are in my pocket. So yeah, when I was at the end, I saw a couple people I knew, and then the lady introduced herself. I forgot her name, and she said to me, she says, they'd love to meet you. I'm going to introduce you to the bigs that were there, I guess. And but I guess if I'd have been here 10 years earlier, it would have been great. I wouldn't be in this condition, I'm sure. Right. Gotta eat something. I'm hungry. But yeah, I'm ready to go door knocking. Jesus spoke to me tonight. He moved the, I guess the connections back open. They closed it. But we don't waste energy if we don't have to. I can talk to God, so I don't need necessarily Jesus there talking to me. I mean, I know he's there. I know everything else, but thank you, Larry. No, they weren't supposed to be in my life. Those other people, they weren't supposed to be blocking me. They weren't saving anybody. They knew what they were doing. They were lying to people, right? They could make their millions. What do you think? I don't know if I'm going to stay in the LDS church or not. Again, I told you that Lord explained my life when this thing was kicked off. I'd be like Jonathan and what was that show that Landon was in? Yeah, Landon's been here. Landon's an angel for real. I'd have known that if I was awake back then. Right. I mean, every once in a while, Landon, what's his first name? I forget, John, no, Michael Landon or something. Yeah, every once in a while he stops by, says something real quick, and sometimes it's like even a couple years in between appearances. But he's an angel. He's doing his work. Right. Thanks, Larry. It's weird. It is well with my soul kept coming up, and then all of a sudden they sang it in church, and now it came up again, and now they sung it over here at this thing. Yeah, they weren't supposed to do this. I mean, there's no way. Thank you, Larry. Now, I would love to have been a missionary as a kid. Who knows? That might be in my afterlife. Lord will make me a kid again. Then I get to be a missionary. Some far off land. Maybe another planet. Spiritual Mars or something. I think George Bush Jr. comes from Mars. He's a meat eater. I forget people eat meat, man. I can't dig it, man. I just can't dig it. It grosses me out. I mean, I sit online and watch them cook that stuff, but I'm just like, ugh. I watch a lot of stuff that disgusts me. Some of it, I just go down a trail that they present on Facebook or X and see where it leads me. Right. Because they're trying to sexualize me and other things. I could be looking at like hot rod cars from like the 60s, and then all of a sudden sexualization comes up. Thank you, Larry. I guess that's it for now on here. Yeah, he keeps saying that we present the gospel and they make a choice. And they did bring up the one thing, but I don't think they fully understand that one. And that's where your job might be to do one thing. Again, there's a process working on the earth, a metaphysical process. And if the person, right. All right, that's probably why I didn't go to church. I forgot. Yeah, Jesus is here. I couldn't go to the church because it would have caused people to fall. Right. Because it has to be, if it's out of time, then the Lord's plan doesn't work. Or not work. The Lord's plan doesn't work as efficiently as it could. Interesting. Right. Well, I cursed so heavily, even by the government. Right. I sent some messages previously to the Mormons, but I can't remember what it was about. I did so much work over the years. I mean, it's so crazy too, being without a church, trying to do church stuff, and Hebrew stuff and all this. No, I really did heal all those people. I'm not lying. Right. I've healed tons of people all across the globe. And I can't curse you. And actually, I can't heal you either. God has to do that. But I can present. Right. But I'm the vessel for the Lord's use. I could have actually been somebody. I could have actually been a door knocker. I might still be. I don't know if I have to try to stay with the LDS, but it's a lot of work for a disabled person. Right. I mean, if I joined younger, it'd be easier, but. Right. Now, I'm sure a ton of them are angels here doing some work. Right. Over in Missouri is like a offshoot of the LDS church, and it's just a whole bunch of weirdness to have two LDS churches competing in Missouri. Make some food to eat here. I gotta see in a few minutes if I, after I rest, see if I have to take that other medicine again. Now it's bizarre how everything just fell apart. Right. Even when I was getting better within this thing, I'd get sick all over again with something else. Right. It's Satan, man. Satan is here. Like they say, the Latter-day Saints believe that the end is moving, and as a lot of churches do, but when they know the Lord is moving and that kind of thing, but what is that? Satan's moving too, right? That's probably what triggers the Lord to move. And where evil did abound, grace did abound that much more. That's my name, More. It is well with my soul. It is well. No, I didn't eat that much today. Not much at all. No, I healed. Well, I was in the church and I healed a lot of people across the globe that I've been baited with on Facebook. I did it in the church, which may actually have, or I guess they don't call it at the temple. What do they call it? The meeting house or something like that. Right. So it probably had more power. Actually. That's why Satan attacked me in the church. Yeah, forget about those things, right? Well, there's reasons why Satan's doing it. You all ain't doing. You're all not doing that. What I just did. Nobody else in there is probably doing it. All right. Lord made me a healing machine. Agreed. So it's interesting. I mean, they obviously live really good lives and all that. You get paid if they stop me from the church. Oh, that other woman didn't show up. The one that was trying to get my attention. She's a good-looking woman, but I don't even know if she's an LDS for real. Project Veritas may have sent her in to dupe me. Or what's that guy's name? He has to hate me. I flamed him. But he's corrupt, man. He's like playing people with psyop. Right. Deep State's Deep State. I don't know the guy's name. I don't have time to remember it. I'm an angel, remember? He's like a nobody. I know he's got like a job on Earth, but he's big. Yeah, someone said he probably doesn't want you to remember his name. Thanks, Larry. It is well with my soul. It's weird. It's a cult, But I'm in the cult now, so it's okay. Like I told you before, the whole world's a cult. Right. The whole freaking world's a cult. When I woke up, like, oh my God, the world's a cult. I gotta clean my hands first before I eat something. I'm just surprised I can wear these like Oxford shoes and it works. I mean, they're real comfortable, like Dr. Scholl's, but I have my insert in there, a better upgraded insert. I don't have the $800 one. I don't know if it's really worth $800, but trying to do everything to get well, right? Well, I actually went in there just for standard inserts, but he wanted to do a custom, right? I don't know if the other guy. Oh, darn it. Yeah, I think I don't know if you still have me there. You're hearing me. The other guy the other guy didn't do a custom that I went to see in Tyler. This guy wanted to do a custom. With my soul, it is well, it is well. So I got to get my blood pressure down again. I wish I hadn't had that happen where my blood pressure went crazy. But I mean, I went to doctors and stuff in there, and it wasn't like 200 or anything. Right? I'm thinking it's the food I ate or the supplement I took. That's notorious. I'm proud of my doctor too. He just like, at least he's with it now. I think the last time he was kind of like in the beginning he was kind of wishy-washy. He was just like, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. I'm like, okay, you got it. You're on the ball. Maybe Satan's moving away. Satan, you told her to move? Satan, the devils, the demons and devils are being born into bodies on Earth. This is that battle in heaven's actually happening here. So again, it's not a political party. You'll say, "Oh yeah, the Democrats, they're the devils." Who is it that said Stephen Miller's a genius? I'm like, Stephen Miller's a genius. Yeah. I'm like, what? If the stuff they use that succeeds is mine to begin with, and the rest of the stuff fails, right? It is well. So it is what it is. Well, you know, well, people in church, like, I went to the Baptist church and they were nice people, right? But it's the same kind of concept. Okay, these are the families of these people. So they're all like kin, you know, to a certain degree. Some of them. So, you know, it's like, welcome to the church, but these people are more important than you. I'm getting burnt out trying to be nice to you. Well, I just pulled out my thing. I'm not sure if I'm communicating the right way or not here. Yeah, I guess I'm still on that thing. My cord got ripped out. Well, you have to remember, if I'm a witness, right, what's happening? So it's not like, it's not this thing where God's punishing me. That's where they all go with it. Right. You're all doing it, and I know that. You all should know that. Right. Correct. Well, I'm a witness. Oh, God will judge it. You got to remember, if you block somebody from something in life, and it isn't a spiritual pursuit, Satan attacked. So if you block somebody in life, even though it's not a spiritual pursuit that you block, you may have blocked them from their spiritual pursuit. So one thing you should understand, that in our natural form, we in our natural form, we thanks, Larry. Are like the old Levite priests when they fall to the ground and rent their clothes. So what does that mean? That means hell could be just feeling the pain that one has caused. Right. Again, you have to be culpable for that to happen. Well, that's too much sodium. I thought it was 150 milligrams. Ugh. Right. The question is, what actually is hell? Right. Kind of like that Scrooge, the Christmas Carol thing. Right. Well, if somebody's possessed, generally God's not going to judge them. Again, there's this idea among churchies that everybody has everything available to them, and that's not true. There is free choice, but the man who dwelt with the legion of demons couldn't exercise that free choice until he was healed. Correct. So if we don't heal people, then they can't exercise free choice. Well, that was a part of witnessing you all never figured out. You got to heal them first so that they can see and understand. It's in the scriptures, but you have to understand what you're reading. Thank you, Larry. That's where most witnessing fails. Most people are worried about how to get a bigger house than how to heal the person so they understand. Right. But what a lot of people, like Brother Gregorio says, well, you present the information and they have a choice. It isn't always going to go. But he said there was somebody that he knew, a friend that had left the church, and he kept talking to him over the text for 7 years. And he said after 7 years, he finally responded. You just, like he was just having like a one-sided conversation. Right. Thank you, Larry. I gotta get my suit hung up. Got another thing tomorrow. I don't have to drive all the way up there. The other place. This building's nicer. I think they might be building something down here eventually. I'm just getting that feeling that that's the future. I don't know how far off. Well, because they're splitting the stake up. This kind of stuff happens when I show up. All right. Deputy marshals, all of a sudden everybody's in 1811, GS-12 automatically. Thanks, Larry. So they're splitting the stake up to be Olathe and Overland Park. There's two separate stakes. Everything's going to kind of remain the same for now, which might mean they might build a Overland Park church. Not sure. Right. Makes sense, actually. Right. Actually. Oh my God, Larry. Oh my God. No, it's just like you can tell when people they're trying real hard to be friendly, and then like, okay, I gotta go. Right. Okay, get my part. Now somebody else pick up. You're so funny, Larry. All the undercover people that were in the LDS church go, oh, yeah, they're like that. If I think sometimes like the deep state makes them think that's what I am, but I'm not that. It's the fuzz, they're here. It is well with my soul. Well, in the afterlife, you'll understand how important it was for me to be in your church. But I think the Lord's going to make the LDS the big church in the end times here. Well, like I said, it's probably a paradox. God loves paradoxes. 100%. I don't know. God loves paradox. God's a strange thing, man. If you ain't figured it out. God loves paradoxes. Just Miss laughing somewhere. I lived longer than Joseph Smith. Longer than Jesus. I do work for a lot of spiritual beings, including God. I don't know. I don't take everybody's scriptures that seriously. I know I have to testify to it, but I'll testify what I can testify to, right? Right, sir. Yes, sir. No, it was obvious that I should have at least made a pass at the LDS church prior to this. There's no doubt. Oh my God. God was putting it all into my head. All the stuff in their church. I'm sure Joseph Smith was there also in the spirit. Well, I'm a seer. I can't unsee myself. Right. That's why they attack my vision. Right. I mean, in your church, I guess I'm not a seer, but in the real world, I'm a seer, or whatever you want to call it. I don't have the title, but I see. It's obvious. Thank you, Larry. Well, I love these Dr. Scholl's shoes. Nice Walmart. I think the security guy had to lead me around to where they were. Or somebody got me around to maybe in a spear, but I think it was somebody watching the cameras. What's going on? Where them doctor? I kept going, where them Dr. Scholl's? I thought the Dr. Scholl's were here. Next thing I know, I'm over there. I'm like, oh, there they are. And then I thought they didn't have my size, and the last one had the inserts taken out, which I used my inserts anyway. They would have been fine, I guess. I think they were 12s. I'm not sure, but I took them up to the front because somebody stole the inserts. I'm like, deep state, do that. Moore's going to come and get the 12, steal the inserts out. Deep state, Satan. Oh my God. Thanks, Larry. It is well with my soul. It is well. It is well. No, but see, I am who I am, and the earth has to give me what my due is. So, based upon what my life ended up being, God judges the earth. That's why it's being destroyed. And I'm probably not the only witness. And no, there's more than 2 witnesses. If you wonder, God said this is the answer. If you were a general fighting a spiritual battle on earth, would you tell Satan everything? Yeah, keep looking for those 2 witnesses. every angel in a body on the earth is a witness, probably. If they can manifest something. Again, I'm a manifesting angel. Jesus was a manifesting son of God, but of course we're all sons of God, right? I wasn't. Well, God will say I was because He blocked me, but I wouldn't say I was my first 40 years. But Lord said He did a lot of work while you were asleep. Thank you. Thanks, Larry. This off here. I actually ended up wearing the blue and black striped tie today. I still would have loved to have spent my life in a country church. I couldn't get back to the Getz church. The Getzes took. I don't know who took me. Was it Jim Getz? I can't remember. Somebody took me to the Getz church. And I took my kids there. I don't remember who I was with. The big brother already died. Somebody hit him on his bicycle. The guy's like the healthiest guy for 70. I think he was like 70 years old. He looked like he was 55. he did that juicing thing. And he rode it like a 10-speed bicycle, or not 10. I don't know how many speed, but like a road bike. Well, one of them back roads in York County, Pennsylvania, somebody ran him over. He spent his life trying to be healthy. It's just like all you killing me. I spent my life trying to be healthy. You all killed me. Right. Oh my God. Thanks, Larry. But there was 2 Asian women in there too, and I just didn't know. Yeah, I just couldn't get anywhere, man. Right. Just like the last 6 months, but it was like when I was in the Marshal Service, and then after I left. Right. Oh my God. So that means Satan's up, right? That's what's happening right now. Satan's up, if you don't know. Oh my God. Thanks, Larry. Something said, oh my God, I don't know. It is well with my soul. Darn it. I have to wash these. No, I have 2 socks. I wish I wore a mismatched pair somewhere. So I gotta find my blue socks and wash them. So I think I'm gonna wear my blue suit tomorrow. It is well with my soul. All right, crazy days and crazy. Oh, I can wear those. Maybe I should. I'll wear the black watch socks. That's what I'll do. Kind of out of pace, but out of place because I don't have my black watch tie yet. I'll wear the black watch socks. Okay, Lord. I ordered one, but it was just a no-go. All right, so where's my black watch socks? The tie's not going to match the socks, oh Lord. Either way, I could either wear the black suit. I guess they look good. Right. With my soul. So I was like, so I have the same, like, I get promptings like they do. I don't know if they know or not. So if I get the prompting, where to say, by the Salt Lake Temple. You were in Salt Lake, by the Salt Lake Temple. The where they tie bar, right? So I didn't tell people the story about when I was in Salt Lake and Satan attacked me. Right. It was almost the same thing, but actually it was actually more powerful, I guess. No, like tonight, Satan attacked. Well, what happens is people in the LDS have demons around them, in them, but you're useful in a different way, right? Right. So, and again, they may not have enough power to effectuate the changes that they want to, so they hang out and then build up that power. So it was a collective of demons that were in that choir. Well, again, that's how I hate to say it because they're going to accuse me of being a church shooter or desiring something, but that's how it is, because it's how they did it last time. I got mad because I explained church shootings and how they happen, right? So they set me up. Out of here. Whoa, see, that's one of the demons. Well, if you have enough demons in the people that are in the church, it could attract a shooter, empower the shooter. Agreed, Larry. Agreed. We agree, Larry. So you got to heal. You got to heal people. Cops are supposed to heal people. Because they drive around all day. They should be healing people they see. Deep State might try to kill you because they hate healers. Well, delegates has to be careful. But at a certain point, they start to, and it's not shooting or anything like that. Or maybe I will analyze that and see if there's something I see. Okay. But they come off sometimes like the prosperity gospel. Agreed, sir. Gotta be careful of that. Correct. I don't think Joseph Smith wanted that. Right. My brother already has my brother did the work. I already got my lineage. We had a guy named Mendel. What was his last name? I can't remember his last name. The first name was Mendel. One of our relatives, ancestors. Mendel, what was Steve say? Finkelstein or something like that. Yeah, we had a real Jewish name somewhere in there. I don't think it's Finkelstein, but it might be. It's like a Stein or a Berg or something like that. His name was Mendel. My name is Label. Label Baruch. God said, your name is whatever I say it is. No, I have no life fear. Really, I never like. I mean, I went through the motions of life, but I blocked everything. It's sad. Right? If you feel it, you're probably gonna cry. No, the one missionary's trying really hard. She's a nice girl. Right? They both actually are, but one missionary, she's like, I don't know. She's driven. She's possessed by Joseph Smith. No, I'd had a good life in that church, a great life actually. And I already said that. I said that years ago. And I believe the LDS Church is a great place for families and kids. Right. I just can't get there from here. Right. No, it's not that the Lord would have wanted me to be in there sooner. I already know that. It's a big thing. The part of it that the church doesn't acknowledge is the group requirement. Right. The Bible speaks about a group requirement, especially in religious communities. Mm. Right. So God reminds me of something I said, or a spirit. I don't know if that was God. It's so I would like they get serious and they go, what time, what are you eating for lunch? You get to a point of what do you eat for lunch, and then everything goes by the wayside and they go eat lunch, and so the lunch just ends up winning. But again, it's like a group thing too, so it doesn't mean it's their fault. It's just that's why God has to. They found 10-year-old girl remains. Where is this at? Where's Tori? San Diego. Oh, she was on Rose Ward Pongo that capsized. No, Mike, I'm not anti-immigration. I'm pro-immigration where we need the workforce, and then I'm pro-development of foreign nations so they become our customers. And that's true. I mean, Canada buys a bunch from us. Mexico buys some from us. Right. So again, the twisted Trumpians, they just don't understand the bigger picture. Correct. I mean, yeah, we're probably being ripped off. Where aren't we being ripped off? I mean, people could say that Trump's ripping us off. I mean, I mean, it's going to come. I'm trying to wake you up before it happens. Like I told you the Elon thing, right? I told you about the Elon thing, and it happened, right? And now all that shit's coming out. I told you they already had it before, right? I shouldn't be. I guess LDS don't say shit, right? That's a problem. Like when I was in a church or in like spiritual communities, I would speak differently, right? They possessed my mind, man. I don't know what's going to come of anything really at this point. You're trying to find that fugitive cop. That's a big bungle, but that's a stupid jail. It's not like a high security jail, right? He's actually he was he was complex. He's too complex for that place. Right. It should have been a higher security place. They should have drove him somewhere else, right, to hold him. Right. I mean, cops do stupid stuff, but this guy was just like out about it, wasn't he? Right. Knows where the caves are. He's as white as could be, Doesn't even look like he's been out in the sun in years. It's not bad though. It only took him 30 minutes to notice Hardnett escaped. That's pretty good. For escapes, it's usually longer than 30 minutes, right? But what's strange is that he still wasn't caught, right? I think they waited an hour or something to say. You know why he's smirking? Because he's planning an escape. That's why he's smirking in that photo. Right. Gosh, he's like a small town police chief. Yeah, it's just like the people that I was like at the hotel with. Like the crooked law enforcement would be trying to dog me and hiring a few of these people. But mother shoots convicted child molesters. He tried to rape 12-year-old daughter at hotel. That's the kind of people that live at those places. That's kind of why I wanted out of there. But it's not a bad deal, actually. Right? Probably be healthier if I lived there because I would have moved around a couple times. Some boy called some woman Miss Piggy and she slapped him. And then they arrested her. Called her fat Miss Piggy. Child abuse. I don't know if they're going to win that case. There's a couple jurors. All it takes a couple jurors that would have smacked them too, and then you lose the case. Right? That's not a great case. That's just like the it's assault on federal officer case. It's not a great case. Just depends how the jury falls, but it only takes one juror, right? Right. Now, Larry knows juries, believe me. What was that? That's why they killed me. I knew everything. They just want ignorant people in government. Or people at least act ignorant and refuse to tell the truth about anything. Drunkenly stripped naked on flight. Chicago Museum director drunkenly keeps his $1 million job. What if he was drugged? Right. I mean, yeah, a lot of flights people get screwed up, but I wonder if he's drugged. He's just agents in Manhattan. Yeah, that was weird. Yeah, detaining the Nadler crew was kind of weird. I think Democrats are moving to Britain. Fugitive psychic. Couldn't predict his own capture after 20 years following fatal. On the run for 20 years. Run for 20 years is pretty good, right? So he could be psychic, right? Because the Marshal Service psychic may have psychic him. Or who caught him? Let me see here. Made a living hosting monthly horror-themed trivia nights. Without the open in Canada for 21 years. He stayed in the same place. That's amazing. No facial recognition. See, that's why the cops cover their face, right? So, oh, he killed two of them. Right. Probably had a pretty good life, considering. Had a better 20 years than I did. Right. I agree. People in prison have 20, better have 20 years than you. Come out of prison and they're fresh and healthy and great teeth, right? Some of these things glitching. going to end up like DuPont. Somebody's got to get him off drugs, or at least he has to get him prescribed. He's got to get somewhere where somebody can prescribe a medication that works for him. Right. I mean, he's going to end up like DuPont. Right. DuPont was pretty crazy. Right. And there's crazy, and then there's dangerous crazy. Right. 100%. It's really sad what happened to DuPont. Right. And the other people. Right. Don't stay